Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go, fellas.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. 66. Bullet high. Set, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got daylight. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Ready.
From the gun, Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And
he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Love. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Protein spill.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of it.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd down, Donnelly. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Ready. 10 Tucson. 5. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Ravens. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down now, Donnelly. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Switch. Grace don't travel. Bravo. And go.
Back to throw. Love. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the double. Watch it, set the tone, defense. Set general.
From the gun, Love. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sam Hubbard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Second and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. George Kittle with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second and 11. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out right at the 30.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got 3 down. Get it.
They'll try the left side. It's Hubbard. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Ready.
On second down, it's Hubbard, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Harold Landry racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
52's the mic.
They're going to look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 50, check 50.
Second and 15. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Mike, get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
There, it'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
I'm coming for you, son. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the slip. Go.
On third down, Love. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's put the alpha. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 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 check. There you go.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
All day. Pick it.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
You got tight right there.
Now back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I got you.
2nd and 9 now. And Thomas has it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
60 outlaw.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as the Ravens push further out in front.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let's get some penetration here.
On first down, Hubbard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Hubbard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike 5'9",
Back to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds downs, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
59. Mike 59. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, 59. Watch the pass. Here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
18 Gator. Recon, 132-5 get.
On first down, Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. That throw into the arms of Allen. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All right. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Check, 55, Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Love flushed out right. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
59, Mike to 59. Touchdown, defense. 59, Mike, 59, Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set. 70, Indy.
Safety's creeping.
Now. Fight.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Thomas has got it, complete. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, Love, flush to his right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On 4th down, Love. And he comes back with one complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Ready.
And they will take a knee here. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.